Hello, this is Matt from Stone Ridge Landscapes. Today I'm going to be going over how I create broken bluestone walkways in Sketchup. For this video, I'm just going to be doing this one small walkway here on this house I'm working on. So I've already applied the texture to the walkway, which I got for free off of SketchupTextureClub.com, and I'll link the specific one I'm using in the description. I think it's called Slate Wall. So to follow along with this video, you can just make a flat rectangle and apply this texture to it. So to start, I'm just going to select the walkway and hide the rest of the model. And all you really need to do right now is trace along each stone with the line tool. You also have to make sure you leave the spaces between the stones. So right now it really is just tracing this picture, and it can get tedious, especially if you have to make a big patio or something. But I think it's worth it because it comes out a lot better than just using this one texture. And once it's done, we're going to make it three-dimensional and add new textures. You could probably use the same technique for any texture that you wanted, so like brick or pavers or something like that. If you can trace it, you could probably put it through this entire process and it'll probably come out pretty good. So now that it's completely traced, I go back in and I apply a new texture to the stones because I don't like how the original texture looks in my renders, and I'll link the other texture I'm using in the description. So I went through and I individually applied the texture to the stones. Don't do that, just press Ctrl A to select the whole shape and apply the texture to everything. One problem with this texture is that it creates these weird lines on the object because of the picture going from light to dark, but I can show you how to minimize that in a minute. Now we're going to make it three-dimensional. So select just the space between the stones. It should just be one big shape. And take the push-pull tool and push the shape in by 1/2 inch. Then I apply a concrete texture to that space to look like the mortar. So the way I fix the lines issue isn't really a proper fix, but it minimizes the amount that you can see it. So to do that, you just select the face of one of the stones and you make it into a group like this. And just do that for each of the stones that have a line going through it. For some reason, making the shape into its own group pushes the texture further into one direction, and that can sometimes hide the line or push it off closer to one side. And sometimes it doesn't really work, but if you break up the shape enough, it'll be a lot less obvious than if there were just lines running through the whole walkway. Okay, so that's it. It's mostly just tracing along the lines and applying some textures at the end there. But I think it's worth the little bit of extra time. And I'll put up some renders from this project. And thank you for watching. I hope that this tutorial was helpful to some of you guys. Thank you.